So we're going to have to look at doing something else here. We might have to dismantle something else to be able to make that happen. But one school is not going to be enough for us. Mosul has a madrasa. And that is well under control. So we're probably going to dismantle this. There's only +1 happiness for the Muslim population. That's fine. We're going to actually reduce the tax levels here. Now, many of the council members saying reduce the tax levels to encourage growth. Let me show you why, my friends. As you can see, every single region is in negative growth. Every single region. Because our ministers, look at this fiend here. Fingers in the previous purse. He's got his hand in the till. Absolutely abhorrent. Something that is absolutely deplorable if you working for your country. He's only 31 as well. And he's already corrupt. If we say no, they're going to declare war on us. But that's inevitable, isn't it, really? If we give them that, we've just absolutely ripped a huge chunk of our things out. No, we won't, no. And war's declared, yep. Greetings and welcome to episode 2 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Ottoman Empire campaign. And before we begin, my friends, I'd like to thank every single one of you, every single one of the council members for their absolutely exemplary advice once again, my friends. It's been absolutely wonderful to read all your comments, all your plans, all your strategies have absolutely really reinforced where we are at the moment now. A huge amount to do this episode. We're probably going to have a couple of battles possibly this episode if things sort of move in that direction. We're probably going to see that. We've got a lot still to do here. We've got a lot to do. As many of the council said, we need to focus on this sort of social economic factors here. We've got to build our sort of infrastructure, build our schools, build our factories up, build our mines up. We've also got to get infrastructure, roads running up and running here. We've also got to get armies both in the west and the east at full capacity if possible. We've also got a lot of recruitment to do in terms of our military as well. We've also got a huge amount of research to try and put into the sort of the system, as it were. So we've got that military sort of availability of units we need. Of also being able to sort of put the ships in. We've actually started with 2 ships here. We're going to try and build these up now. There was a suggestion we move in here and strike against this Austrian fleet here. What we might do here is just sort of pull these away, pull them into the Greek sort of, into Piraeus here. And as you can see, I completely and utterly missed this, but of course the eagle-eyed council members once again spotted that Moria here, Patras, actually belongs to the Iroquois Confederacy. For some reason they've been given this. Of course this is some kind of for some reason they've got some diplomatic ties with one of the nations here, with Venice, have somehow given Venice, has swapped land here in Greece for land in the Americas, in North America as it were. So there's something going on here. Now we're at peace with them. We don't really want to start another war. We don't have enough sort of we don't have any troops down in Greece yet. We are, as you can see here, starting to build as fast as we can here to really sort of push those troops out. Now here was what we really needed to sort of discuss here was what, and the council did put forward here what we should do. As you can see, they're moving through this. This is quite a powerful force here, moving through the Carpathian Mountains, as it were, here from Transylvania, with a considerable number of forces to back them up here. They've pretty much thrown everything they can in here to try and wrestle Moldavia away from us. And as many of the council said, we need to probably withdraw our troops probably back to Wallachia here, or Wallachia here. Probably saying that completely wrong. Please forgive my pronunciation here of some of these names, my friends. What we could do is probably going to withdraw the troops, the main sort of army here, the mainstay here. I know we've got some mob here, but we've also got Delhi horsemen. We've got Azars, who are excellent, and also we've got the bazooks here. Now, they are excellent melee fighters, but particularly the Delhi horsemen and the Azars were very, very effective fighting troops, particularly what's coming down at us here. As you can see, they've got a lot of guns. They're bringing everything they can here to try and wrestle Moldavia away from us. Now, as many of the council said, it would be probably more practical if we were to withdraw from Moldavia, because the chances are this force here is going to come in and absolutely sweep everything in its path here. Now, if we lose Moldavia, including the forces here, that would be quite a calamitous blow here for us. As you can see, we're moving in more Israelis in here. We are also, I believe, we've got an organ gun moving into, it's going to be moved into this army as well. And also 2 more Israelis. We're going to continue putting together these forces here. They're going to take the fight to us. As you can see, we do have here Riskers of Souls, these berserker. These are effectively madmen, as you can see here. They actually fight to the death. Now that is exactly what you need, but they've got to get in closer to be able to do that. But we're going to build up this army here, so we're actually going to withdraw this army as the council has recommended. We're going to move it back to here, gentlemen, if you would please, thank you. As you can see, now that is not too bad at all, an army here. Okay, we've got the mob here, but again, unfortunately, we may have to use them as cannon fodder. So in other words, they would soak up the initial pressure, the initial fire or volleys from the enemy, whilst the rest of the army moves in here. But we are going to indeed begin recruiting quite a lot here. As you can see, we've also got Israelis moving up into Belgrade and Serbia here, because there's a very, very strong chance that the Austrians might actually move around and move and strike for Serbia here from Klausenberg. But as you can see here, if we can move into the fort here of Cluj here, well, that's quite a powerful force here, considering we're going to try and hit Croatia here before they get anything else out. As you can see, they are absolutely ramping up their buildings here, getting Orna's factory out here, so they quite clearly want to move against us. Now, we couldn't move against Austria. If we could take Austria, it would be fantastic. But what we're trying to do is aid Poland. Now, Poland is an enemy of Austria. Let's have a quick look at how the Austrians are doing here in terms of their wars. They've got ourselves, the Crimean Khanate, they've got Poland, and they've got Barbary States, and they've got the pirates. They do have a number of powerful allies, including Prussia, Persia, Great Britain, and the Dutch United Provinces here, Venice, of course, Bavaria, and Württemberg. So, of course, they do have some very, very powerful allies indeed. Only Poland is sort of really geared, as it were, to be able to take them on here. But Poland is under a great difficulty here. They've already lost Königsberg here to the Prussians. But again, we're at peace with Prussia. We don't have a problem with that at all. And we've actually got trade with Prussia as well. Unfortunately, the Swedes have been hit here. Let's have a quick look here. Now, where's the Barbary States? Now, the Barbary States, as you can see here, as a number of council members, and there was 2 sort of trains of thoughts here. One part of the council advocating that we stay within the trade agreement we have with the Barbary States, because it's bringing in money for us. And there was a greater sort of number of council members that said we should break all ties completely with the Barbary States to completely bring ourselves back into the sort of into the world, as it were, diplomatically. Excuse me, my friends. To bring ourselves back into the world diplomatically, so we cut all ties, no trade with them, nothing at all. Now that would hit our bottom line, as it were, here, because our trade would fall here. But it also frees up another trade line, it frees up another trade port or another overland possibility. Now, of course, as pointed out to me as well, I was saying we need to keep a trade port open for the Persians. Of course, we've got land connection here with the overland connection here with the Persians. We are at war with the Persians. We're also at war with Georgia, which we're going to try and strike and take this Georgian town here. We're going to try Tbilisi here if we can. As you can see, they don't have. If they get these here, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, because they'll be able to produce line infantry. So we're going to try and strike here with this army here. It's not the finest army you can possibly find. We are actually recruiting some more bazooks here, but I think we're going to probably strike against this town here and try and take it as quickly as possible. And there is, as many of the council pointed out, a school here in Sumakale here. So we're going to try and take Georgia if we can. It'll also give us a buffer zone against the Russians. Now we've moved our spy here right up to here. into the Don here, so we can keep a check of what's going on here, because of course the Russians are going to probably bring their troops either from Moscow or from the Don. Of course they could move them from the Caucasus and the Urals here in Astrakhan. But we're going to try and wrestle Tbilisi. If we take Tbilisi, the Georgians will be no more. Of course, there probably will be a rebellion, which means we'll have to crush that rebellion as well. But still, and also we've got to build up troops here, as many of the council said, because as you can see, the Persians are starting to invest in their economy. They started to grow here as well. They're starting to put their barracks together. There looks like that's poetry as well. So we're gonna have to really put together some forces here. We've got Riskers of Souls here as well. We can probably put into effect. We've got some Azars, but ideally we want to get ourselves up to a barracks here, which is going to give us Janissaries, but they're going to be melee based, but also Israelis, which we definitely need here as well, and also to get a cannon foundry, which will give us access to 9-pounders and some organ guns as well. So we've got a lot to do, a huge amount to do. And also building as you can see, we've got nothing here at all, not even provincial barracks. We've got no basic roads. So again, we need to really invest quite heavily here. Another excellent suggestion is we sell our technology, primarily improved grenades and canister shot, to the rest of the world if they don't already have it. So that's what we're going to do right now. But the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to break this trade here with them. We're going to cancel the trade agreement because we're the only trade. What we're effectively doing is indirectly we're propping up a pirate nation, because we're still giving them money. We're still giving them trade, which is enabling them to build ships, to recruit troops, to build up their towns and cities, which keeps them much more sort of dug in. They're able to dig in much more. I know their power is feeble and their wealth is meager, but still their wealth should be much worse than this. We have to really bring them to their knees, not only diplomatically but also financially and ultimately militarily. Many of the council have called on us to take the sort of North African holdings of the Barbary states, which we will do. Also, there's been a big call to us to take the Italian peninsula as well, wrestle that from the Venice, from the Italians, and also from Spain as well. That's going to take a while for us to get to that point, but we are going to try and build to that. Now, first thing we do is cancel the trade agreement, because we want to try and really sort of, leave they're hostile with us, which is absolutely fine, but sort of in the long run it's going to benefit us, because we've cut all ties now with them. They've got no trade partners, no allies, no protectors, so they're at war with everyone apart from ourselves. Now we're trying to do this to try and help ourselves diplomatically here and try and open up sort of new possibilities. As you can see, Austria is still hostile. Trade agreement's broken, that's fine. Alliance with an enemy nation, -13, that's what is also probably counted against us as well. Can we actually get trade here with Louisiana? That would be excellent if we could, because of course they are trade partners with France and the Cherokee nations. Maybe in another time, but no, I'm not really interested. Military alliance, no. Just some trade, no. Okay, we're not gonna put ourselves at a sort of a risk here. New Spain are unfriendly. Well, let's try and get trade with them if we can. Oh, look at that. Yes, indeed, sir. We shall do that. Let's try now and push for that trade if possible. No, but you can get it for 1,000. We won't be greedy. No, sir. Not a chance. Who else do we have? We have Savoy are indifferent. Can we get trade with Savoy? No. That's fine. If nobody else wants to trade with us, that's absolutely fine. We'll keep our trade open here. We've lost some trade here, as you can see it's dropped, but I'd rather lose that trade and sort of have a clear conscience in terms of our diplomacy than I would keep that money coming in and sort of still aggravate the rest of the powers here. As you can see, many of the powers are starting to move and shift their alliance and their alignment with us. I wonder if we can sell some technology here to the Portuguese. They're affluent and mighty here. Let's just... No, so then we should go to Poland, Lithuania. Maybe we can sell them 1,000 for the 1,000 here. Doesn't look like they're interested at all. That's absolutely fine. Then nobody gets our... What about Great Britain? They're friendly. See, we've got improved grenades here. No, they're not interested. That's absolutely fine. We shall keep that ourselves. Now we've got 1,000. We shall move this ship, just this fleet back here. Now, can we actually put together another... Yes, oh, we can indeed. Look at that. That's actually given us the ability to have another 5th rate. We really need to get our fleet up here because we're very, very vulnerable in this sort of corridor here between the Mediterranean and the Black Sea. We have to get a decent fleet up together quite early here in preparation for that. Now, we've only got 7 left here. We've got 779 here. Trade is still not bad. We've also got ivory coming in here. We're exporting ivory because, of course, we've hit the Ivory Coast, and Europe is also giving us cotton as well. But without a shadow of a doubt, Moldova is going to be hit pretty hard here. We might even take that battle with the Austrians just to weaken them a little bit before they move into here. Would this army be able to hold that off? We can only hope so. With organ guns and with Israelis coming in as well, we shall also put the militia, some Janissaries here as well. We shall probably put some 18-pounders in there as well to really beef up that army. But I think what we will do is we will move against Croatia as soon as we possibly can. Try and take that. Oh, whether we can take Georgia here. Can we take Georgia? That's the crucial question here. Can we take this? What's the infrastructure like here? It's actually being cobbled roads. Excuse any noise in the background, my friends. You'll probably gather who that might be wanting attention. Now let's see if we can strike here against Tbilisi. Of course they're gonna refuse. Oh my goodness me, they've got a lot of line infantry here. We are not going to win that battle at all, are we? Let's be honest. We don't have the capacity to do that just yet. We'll actually fall back here. Looks like we might have to fight this army first, but still, we've hit the town here. We're going to have to put a lot more troops into this region here. I wonder if we could send up these gentlemen up to here as well and sort of solidify this hold on we've got here. I think we're going to have to. These madmen, they're the only ones who can. If they strike against us, we can always pull back if possible, but we're going to have to really sort of push if we move these madmen into here, we might have a chance then of putting together a force that would be able to take them on here, but we don't have enough forces for that particular garrison. No more diplomacy is available to us here. Very friendly with Poland. Can we... Actually, can we... Let's try 1,500. Oh. I think we just double click then on 770, but that's fine, that's okay. I know that was a little bit of a mistake on my part, but still it gives the Poles a little bit more technology there to be able to fight. So in some ways we've taken less, but hopefully that would help them improve what they've got here to be able to fight against the Austrians. That's what we really want. Let's end the turn here, my friends. Excuse me, my friends, while I just have a sip of a cup of tea. Are they moving back here? Are they moving back? No, they're just going to be reinforcing, I think. Oh, look at that. Well done, Spain. Well done, sir. Looks like Prussia is going to push pretty hard against the Poles here, but still. Oh my goodness me. And they just got beaten pretty hard there by the Poles. Now, is Poland... Well done, Sweden. Ooh, they just got a real thrashing there, sir. Oh dear. That is going to cut our trade with Mughal Empire pretty brutally there. Oh, the Persians are going for Georgia. Well done, Mughal Empire. Well done, sir. Nothing funny from you, Venice. Nothing funny from you, sir. Okay, that's fine. If they want to hit us, that's absolutely fine here. We're just going to bide our time here. It looks like they might be going for Austria. If they do that, oh, that'd be an absolute boon for us. That's fine. That's fallen. Look at that. It looks like the Persians are going to go for Georgia here. That's more like it, sir. Right, Bosnia has been upgraded here. Ah, now they've moved forces into here. And they've got cavalry as well. So they've quite clearly spotted what's going on there. But I think we could probably take these gentlemen out, actually, to be honest with you. I think this army's got more than enough to take that fight. But cavalry will be an absolute menace to us, it really will. And besiege this town. Let's besiege the town. Now, we should have... Oh. That's more like it. We're going to defend the axis here. We've got this triumvirate here we're going to use. We're going to use Istanbul, Greece and Ankara. This triumvirate, this trilogy of cities here, which are going to produce and provide the backbone of most of our military and infrastructure. I've got quite a lot here. We need to get our ordnance up here as well. The infrastructure again is not brilliant there. But again, how is it looking here? Almost done here. Let's get the cobbled roads here going as well in the Middle East, in Damascus and Jerusalem. Recruitment has to go on here. It just has to. We get camel nomads, and we'll also get some riskers of souls as well. We've got 3820 there. Could we actually... No, we can't, can we? Because we've just moved an army in here. But if Persia take Georgia, we will hit the Persians. That could actually benefit us in the long run there if they take that, or at least do the damage for us. Now what will that bring in if we invest in that? 300 to regional wealth. Let's get the fisheries up and running here to keep that food coming in, and here as well. It's a decent, it's a good investment here because that's exponentially growing all the time. We've then got carpet weaver here, but again we can't really afford that just yet. I think we'll get an 18-pounder, and we also need to keep our trade fleet going as well here. Naval recruitment is going well here. I think, oh look at that, we can actually afford another 5th rate, but we've got to keep, we'll get a sloop I think, and we'll get another sloop here. We've got to keep that, that income coming in from, oh no it's not, no, drats, look at that. They're raiding that line there, so we're losing money there. Oh, actually, we've got a sloop going out here. We've got to be very careful here. We've got the Austrians here. So can we actually make it into the straits here? We'll sort of hug the Spanish coastline here. The Eastern Atlantic here. Just in Spain, we'll just hug that trade route there. Or that line. Try and protect ourselves here against anything. That's actually they're reducing here. Let's see if we can get peace, and we'll actually offer them plug bayonet for peace as well. Nope, not interested at all. Russia is hostile. Let's see if we can try the same with them. Nope, not interested whatsoever. But still, their attitude is changing here. Now, the only problem is we're unfriendly. Now they're indifferent. Spain is unfriendly. Let's see if we can try and sell them something, shall we? No, they're not interested at all, which is absolutely fine. Can we get Louisiana now for trade agreement? We'll also offer them, well, they've got all the technology, because of course they're a protector of France. That eternal quest for them. Now let's try Persia... Oh god, Persia really don't like us at all, do they? We'll request peace. No. That's absolutely fine. We'll leave it as it is, because otherwise we're just going to be bogged down with diplomacy for too long here. But we do have to really... As you can look at that, they're already starting to grow things. Look at that. Governor's residence here. We've had to cut that. We've had to cut that lifeline with them. We've got 244 left. But now this has given us a chance to sort of really get this army here ready for that battle is to come. And there it is. Look at that. Look at that force there. Mind you, they've got a lot of pikemen. But most of it is cannon. Now that's scary there, but we've brought we've brought Croatia under siege here. Will they come out to meet us? Because what the blazes? And of course they've got 8-inch mortars, which I absolutely loathe. We've got the Bashir bazooks here. They might be ill-disciplined, but they're good for attacking the flanks. We've also got the mob here as well. If we find that's going to become too uncomfortable for us, we'll actually pull back to the fort here. And I think what we will do is we'll actually move up some additional forces here, just in case. Got cannon being built here. That's all. Barracks is almost ready here. Give us Israelis. What can we recruit from here? We can't get Israelis yet. And what about from here? Almost got barracks here as well. So that'll give us Israelis here as well. Whew, we've got a lot on our plate at the moment. If Persia can take out Georgia, we will then move in immediately and take out the Persians here and remove Georgia, or remove the Persians and take this for ourselves. We have to be very careful down here in Baghdad. That's going to be a problem. Mind you, we have got some troops being built here, recruited. Let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what happens here. Britain. Britain are moving some... Oh, look at France moving in there. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Where the blazes are they going? Come on now, Poland, do your thing. Sweden. Oh, what? Military alliance. Our allies are Sweden. We don't want to get involved in any of these at all, to be honest with you. No, I don't. We're not going to get involved in any wars here. Persia, come on now, Persia. If you're going to move against Georgia, do it now. Venice. Venice has been quiet lately, but they've taken a little bit of a beating here, attacking that. Oh, where are you going, sir? Don't do it. Don't do it, Georgia. Okay, they're going to plant themselves there. That's absolutely fine. Barbary States. Probably going to hit Spain, is it? No, they're going to leave Spain alone. Look at that trade line being raided there. So it looks like we've got a spy moving and operating here. Look at that. They are absolutely going to be heading for us here. All guns blazing. Wonder if we can swing around here and take out Transylvania. What a fight that would be. Six, 2, 5, 7 here. Excellent. Oh, that's more like it. Look at these options here. We'll get some more Israelis down here as well. Now, do we move in against Georgia here and absolutely finally take this? I think we will. get these gentlemen moving as quickly as possible. I think we'll get them to the East Indies. We're going to really spread out our net here. Okay, we're going to hug the coastline here. Oh, wonderful, sir. Got Portugal here. Let's see if there's any others ports available to us. We've got 9 provinces here. Wonderful, excellent. Oh, look at that, sir. Oh, absolutely fantastic. That's more like it. Oh, Alexandria. I think we'll have... If we get a port here, will actually give us trade. We've got trade running out of here. Probably best if we had a fishery here. Oh, look at that. Is the school ready? It is indeed. The school in Mosul is ready. Oh, that's a wonderful sight, sir. Now, if we get explosive shell, but no, we need to move down as quickly as we possibly can to here. We need to start probably looking at physocracy here. I think we're going to go for physocracy. 5 turns. It's going to increase our bonus of growth and trade income, +4 to turn wealth. 8% generated by farms. We have plenty of farms as well. We've got some coffee plantations, but still, it's absolutely fine. But of course we're going to be hit by them. Let's repair that as well. We're repairing that. If we can take Georgia here, we can then hold against this force here. But we must continue our recruitment here. I think we'll have an ordnance factory down here. Infrastructure is okay for the moment. Ordnance factory here as well. We'll invest in our military at the moment. Here we need to keep those troops coming. Almost ready here. So Istanbul is going to be our primary. It's down. It's still not growing. -1 here. What is stunting our growth? Taxes and government. We need to really get this going here. -1. Government. That's what's hitting us here. I think we'll get some more Israelis. And we'll have some more Riskers of Souls. We need to really hold here on the Western Front. Let's have a look at our cabinet. If we didn't have... Ooh. Bon Voyant. Pious. He's an 8. Look at that, he's 23. Look at that. What a wonderful... I wonder how he would be good here. Would he be better at this than this gentleman here? With harsh reputation, I think we'll move this gentleman here into the head here. Can he help us to... Oh, +8 for diplomatic relations. +8. He's pretty much countered our Sultan here. Patron... No, naval... Industrial Revolution and a patron. Pious and a patron +1 here. I think they're pretty much even here, these gentlemen. Morally impaired. No, we don't want this gentleman here at all. I'm using CAD. No, but we've... Oh, look at that. We've done ourselves a service here. And the Empire a service. That should help us there no end. We've got no trade with Sweden. Can we get trade with Spain? No, but you can have it for 1,000, sir. No, you're not having all of that for 1,000, but trade you can have. I'm afraid not. We've got trade with Sweden. That's going to help us a lot there. Of course, Mughal Empire has been hit pretty badly there. We've got East Indies now coming in with spices. Look at that, 27 here, 24 for spices. We've got to be careful we don't flood the market too much. Can we get another ship here? No, we can't. We've got to keep this navy here going as best we can. And actually, this Israeli can actually move up to here. I think we're going to be... We're going to reinforce. Look at this here. We could actually move around here and take this army out here. I think we're going to go on the offensive here, and we're going to strike for Transylvania. If we can punch our way through this army here, we can move into Transylvania. If only Poland would... Oh, they've taken Königsberg. They've taken Königsberg. Come on, Poland. Come on, Poland. Get yourself together here, sir. We can't have an alliance because they are allied with Russia. It's only a shame we can't get ourselves in the good books there of the Russians, but still. Let's increase that. Three turns will surrender. Let's see what happens. Obviously, they're going to quite clearly move down to here. And if that's the case, what we will do is we'll move around here. We'll sort of feint. We'll feint we're going this way. Then we'll move back around and meet this army at full pelt here. We'll also combine these gentlemen into that army as well. I know they're only bazooks, but still, they will prove their worth. We'll also move the army that's... or the force... Oh my goodness me. Hello, sir. Why are you gentlemen stuck there? Let's prepare ourselves to spring a trap here against the Austrians. We shall put ourselves in Sofia here, in Bulgaria. We'll then sort of feint around. We might even attack here and draw this army back away here. If they spot us moving in here, they might back away. If they don't, we'll swing back around the road here, between Moldova here. They're obviously going to strike for Serbia, which is absolutely fine. We can repair that. We've then got these forces combining here to meet and bring themselves. That is a wonderful sight there, sir. We've also got these gentlemen as well. We're going to put together an army here. We're going to crush in this Austrian force here if necessary, and try so we can take Transylvania. If we can take Transylvania, we might even give Transylvania to the Poles, and that would put the Poles... Mind you, this mine here would be quite tasty for us, but still, if we take... I wonder if we were to take Croatia, Zagreb here, and maybe give it to Poland. Or, what if... Who are the... They're allies with Russia. I wonder if we were to give that to Russia for peace. Or even Austria for peace. Remember, the council have said give Zagreb, Croatia, back to them if you take it for peace. I wonder if we were to attack these fiends here and get it under our control. Can we crush this army in here? They've got horse. I think we'll wait for them to come out to us here, but they've got those mortars which are going to be an absolute menace to us, but still. We can... This force will actually move to about here, but we can intercept. We'll let them do that. If they move, they're quite clearly going to move for Zagreb, for Belgrade here. We just need to get these recruits. We can start recruiting quite extensively here then. These Israelis, we need carbines to be able to get Delhi horsemen. So what we might do is actually switch once we've got ring bayonets to carbines. That'll give us Delhi horsemen. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Right, let's end the turn. Of course, oh, actually we've got to focus down here as well. We mustn't forget what's going on down here. Can we take Georgia right off the bat here? 4 turns until they surrender. Let's end the turn. Let's see what happens. Britain, ooh, Britain. That's a strange goings on here with Britain. They seem to be sending a lot of forces up there. We've got now France moving into position here. Obviously attacking somebody here, but there it is. We're quite clearly not going to win that battle, so they're going to take this fight. I wonder if we take this fight actually and try and take as many of them as we can here. If we've got mortars, I wonder if we can do some damage to them, because obviously they've swung down here. But if we could trap this army, this is the biggest army they've got. If we could trap this army here in Belgrade, do some damage to them. Let's take this fight here. We'll just take this fight to see if we can damage them here. We've got an army that's able to fight back against these, and reinforcements as well, which will be moving into position. Moving into position, my friends, very, very soon here. We know we're not going to win this fight. It's about the damage. Even if we kill 50 or 60 of these, of the Austrian forces here, even if we kill 20, it's at least 20 less men for us out of it. Look at this. They've also got to come through this village here. We might just move ourselves. Where's the Austrian? The Austrians can move around here in this sort of this L shape, as it were. And they're quite far away here. So we might have them move all the way through the town here to get to us, to this village here. We'll actually might set ourselves up here. It's a wonderful sort of defensive position, because you've got to break up their attack here if they come for us. We might set ourselves sort of in this small sort of valley here. They've got plenty of troops. We know we're not going to win this, but that's not the point. Can we use any of these buildings here to sort of fight them in the buildings, get them in here, reduce their numbers? Actually, what I think we'll do is set the mortars up here. And I think what we will do is we'll put these gentlemen in the buildings here. If they want this town, they're going to have to fight us for it. We've got a garrison, we've got a Tsars here. We'll put these gentlemen in here. We've got nowhere else we can put them. Is any? Oh, look at that. Actually, I beg your pardon, sir. Now, they've got guns. They're quite clearly going to be firing upon us here. But in the buildings, at least we've got a bit of a chance here. Let's begin this fight, my friends. Good grief. At least we'll be able to see as well what they've got. Oh, my goodness me. Look at this. Look at how many forces. Look at these. Look how many guns they're bringing with them. Good grief. We need cavalry. We definitely need cavalry. Because those guns there are going to absolutely... Well, they're going to decimate us, aren't they? And they've got pikemen. Line infantry. Line infantry. Militia. Pikemen. Militia. Okay, this is going to hit. They're going to hit us really hard here. Let's get these gentlemen out of here. Let's get, because it's going to collapse in no time. Here we go. They're going to start firing. A regiment of horse. That's why we move them out of there. Come on, gentlemen, move. Islamic swordsman. They're wavering already. Come on, lads, go to there now. Look at the guns they got here. They're going to butcher us horrifically if we're not careful. At least we're getting to know what they've got. Pikemen, they've got lots of pikemen. Lots of demi-cannons here. They're not going to do much. But they've got to dig us out of this town. Come on, gentlemen, double time it, please. There it is. It's going to break up their formations here. That's it, lads. Just fire on them. Hold, lads. Hold it. We'll try and use this village to our advantage here. Fight them in the narrow sort of corridors. Come on, lads, don't pause now. Oh, they've broken. They just broke straight away. We also get the measure of our own troops, and they're not the best, are they? They're shattered. I mean, they are absolutely gone. Draw them in, lads. Draw them in. They didn't last long at all, did they? We're not killing many of these, but still. As they grouped up here. Excuse the lag, my friends. I'm not sure why this is happening, but let's hope we don't crash. Yep. Let's speed things on here. So we don't have a crash here. But you can see, if we use the villages here, we could absolutely defeat this army not quite easily, but we'll have a better chance against this army if we could fight inside a village, inside a town. It definitely gives us more sort of possibility of at least holding our position. There we're getting at. Oh, look at that! They've absolutely destroyed the whole. Actually, they've done a bit of damage here. See if we can take any of them with us. We're not really going to do much against them. That's it, lads. Come on, take as many as you can with you. At least put up a bit of a fight. Let them know we're here. We are now getting absolutely destroyed here. Those guns are going to absolutely put us through the mill. They are really going to put us through. They've had enough. So get in there, lads. That's it. As we sort of keep feeding out here, we need to kill as many as we can. If we can deal some damage to these horse here. We'll put ourselves in a decent position because this is the only regiment of horse they've got, I believe, apart from the General's bodyguard. We've got Pandors, but these guns are what we're going to be most concerned about us. We're going to... crushing defeat, of course. We're going to try and move around and see if we can... They lost 23, we lost a whole lot there. Of course, our grade has fallen, as to be expected here. I wonder if we pull away from fighting that city, fighting to try and take Croatia, and try and trap that army. See if we can trap that army and bring about a crushing defeat of the Austrians here. Oh my goodness me, they've got a lot of forces. That is a huge amount of forces there. What? Oh, marvellous. Oh, drats, they're aiming straight. Look at that. They've come for us here. Wow, that's a big amount of our trade chunk gone there. Looks like we're going to have to send in some... Look at this. I mean, they are going to send in a huge amount of forces here. We're going to pull back from there. We're going to pull right back from there. Because that there is a trap waiting to happen right there, my friends. That really is a trap waiting to happen there. Venice. They're on the move somewhere. But where? Oh, they're going to take out the Barbary states. Oh. An interesting proposition here. If we take Georgia, we might give Georgia to the Persians for peace. This is a fight we can take in now. We have cannon. We have also these berserkers. We've got Israelis. We don't have really much else. They've got line infantry, which can be a real menace to us. It really can. But if we set it properly, we've got two of these berserkers here. They could prove the difference. We've got mob. And we've got cavalry as well, which they don't have, which we're going to have to use here. So, let's take this fight, my friends. The battle for Georgia. If we can take Georgia, we might give it to Persia for peace. They might accept that for peace. It'll give us time to be able to replenish and repair and get ourselves in. We might even open up a trade agreement with them. Maybe solidify a peace accord with them, and we can focus elsewhere. We've got to take out Austria as well, which are quite clearly moving against us. We've lost some good trade there as well from those ships being hit, so we're going to have to send in some much better ships into those regions here. But as you can see here, now they've got the town. They obviously, no, actually they've got to move through the town to reach us here. But if we can hide troops in these trees here and also here, we might be able to outflank. Oh yes, indeed, sir. If we can outflank, if we can hit them when they're on the move here with these berserkers, it would be an absolute boon. Right, let's set up our position here. Let's look what we've got here. We don't really have any positions we could fight, but I think we might use the trees here and the wall here as a sort of a defense. We've got to use everything we can possibly can here. We've got canister shot, which is definitely going to prove incredibly useful to us. Now, where are our berserkers? There they are. Oh, look at those. Oh, these men are complete lunatics, sir. They are fantastic. Right, we definitely need these gentlemen to hide in the trees here. We've got to hit them in the flanks. Can we hide here in the trees? We can. And these gentlemen will fight to the absolute death. And that's what we need. I think we'll actually put the berserkers as well in the trees here, just behind the sort of the main line here. But if we were able to really hit them hard here on this flank, it would be fantastic for us. It really would. Now we've got water, which I think we will actually put with the berserkers. Are they hidden? They are hidden as well, sir. We're going to try and spring a little bit of a trap here. Got more bazooks here. The auto. Now got Israelis here, which are going to be part of our main defensive line, which we'll put. For some reason, they don't want to do that, which is absolutely fine. Then we will set them here. We've got order, which we will put here and here. Now, we don't have the troops of the same capacity as the Georgians, but still, if we can take these, what we've got here, order again, order here, put bazooks up here as well. If we can attack from the flanks, they're hidden as well, which is excellent. We've got our cavalry here, which they don't have, which we're going to try and use the cavalry here to really hit those mortars, because that's what's going to give us the most problem. Right, let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what's going to happen here. We've got to hit those. The line infantry. Where's line infantry? And they're gonna come right along this axis here of advance. If we can spring this trap on them, it would be an absolute joy, sir. It really would. Right, we've got to move here. We've got to keep them on their toes. If we can hit them at the right angles here and the right flanks, we can attack them in the flanks, we've got a good chance. That's more like it, gentlemen. Come on in now, lads. Come on in. Come on, lads, now. If we can draw them into this. Let's angle them away here. We've got to draw them away. We've got to kill off these fiends here. Come on, lads. Come on out. Let's try and get in behind them here. Those mortars are an absolute menace. They're moving in. They're moving in. Let's bait them in here. Yes. And their general's dead as well. Going to get in behind these. We've got to use everything at our disposal here. We've got to flank them. We have to flank them here. Steady, gentlemen. Steady now. Here they come. They're almost on top of us now. Get into them, lads. Come on, lads, come on, get in there. These madmen are absolutely a miracle. They don't care. They're broken, they're broken. Oh, they broke, but they took a lot with them. Go on, lads, bring them down. Bring them down. Oh my gosh, this is an absolute miracle, sir. We absolutely smashed them in here, sir. Ceasefire. Oh my gosh, these madmen have proven their worth thrice-fold, sir. Okay, we might have lost these gentlemen, but by damn, they've done their job here. They've held up that line infantry, given us time to move in here. Let's cut them down. Let's cut them down. Move in to back them up, Chaz. Move in to back them up. They're wavering against the power here of the Ottoman Empire. Run, you curs! Ah. What the blazes? Oh my gosh, these madmen are just a miracle. Oh, look at that, right in the guts there, sir. Oh, steady, steady, lads. Look at that, right in the back. Guns open up. Ah, they've come back, I see. Oh, what a shot, a raking shot there, sir. Trying to deny the inevitable. Into them, lads. Don't you move. Don't you break. Get those pitchforks out, lads. It's an absolute bloodbath. The Georgians have been absolutely mauled. If they want to fight, we'll oblige. That was absolutely fantastic. That went 1,000. Look at that. Yes, we did it, my friends. We did it. Our first victory here. Ooh, Spain hit once again. Pirates, you. Yeah, we know that's fallen, but they've taken casualties. They're starting to spread out now quite a bit here. But what we are going to do... I wonder if we give Moldova to the Austrians as part of a peace treaty. They've got Belgrade here. I believe we have indeed, sir. What we need to do, though, is to maul this force here. And what if we can bring these gentlemen here into fight? What's this? We've got mortars as well, and I've got cavalry. 2 turns till surrender. Oh, look at Poland. Poland is expanding massively here. Can we hold out until they move in against them? I wonder if we offer Moldova here for peace. They've taken Serbia. We've only got Bosnia here. They'd have Moldova, but it would enable us to pull our forces back into a reasonable position here and be able to hold Bosnia. Start building up some forces here. We do have forces starting to gather here as well. 6, 7. Oh, look at that. 5, 4, 1, 0. Can we take this here? They've got a... It's just a silly amount of forces here. They can do a lot of damage to us here. Oh, don't believe it. That means... we're going to have to pull out. We're going to have to pull away here. Because they're going to get involved otherwise, and we cannot take on those as well. We have to pull out of here, I think, my friends, and continue this. Yeah, we have to pull back here. Some more bazooks, and we're going to have to. We're going to have to really increase our firepower along this front here. I think we'll get some more. And also, I think we'll get a 9-pound and we get an organ gun. We are in for one heck of a fight here. Excellent. That's going to bring that down to 2 turns. We get ring bayonet. We might get carbines to try and get any horsemen. Excellent. Now we're getting a little bit of money in here. Yeah, fleet destroyed. Yeah, fleet destroyed. Excellent. Oh, minus. That's fine. Our trade, our income here. Look at this. We are absolutely doing all we can to try and hold here. We've got to try and give them a bloody nose here. And move in here and take this fight against against the Austrians here. Unless we give this to Poland here. But we are gathering our forces here now. We are going to counterattack against this force here. We do have these gentlemen here moving in as well. What do they have in terms of their... They don't have a great deal here. It looks far worse than it actually is. I believe we could do well against this, especially if we got those madmen in there. And those there as well, and Israelis. I think we can probably take this Austrian force and reclaim Serbia. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I know we haven't done much. What we will do is we'll just begin recruitment here, I think, as well. And start getting some of our forces moving here. I think we'll also start investing in our economy as well, because that quite clearly needs to be invested in here. Ordnance factory. Turkish bath. I think we're going to start investing in our interior here. We've got Persia, as you can see, absolutely rampant here. And it's going to be very, very tough for us here. If they can take Georgia out, that's fair enough. We can solidify our front here, but I think we're going to have to start sending troops that long distance. What can we get here? We'll invest in at least one of our 450. Nothing here either. Look at a fishing fleet here. Just to keep the populace 450. 562. We'll have this here, carpet weavers here in Aleppo. And that's all we can do, I think, my friends. And we've got to be prepared here to meet the Persians up here. If we can invade Persia, though, if we can attack Persia, it really would be an absolute boon for us here. Now the Russians are starting to build forces up here as well. We have to pull this gentleman back, I think, here to find out what's going on here. But that's a force. These are forces we simply cannot repel here unless we're in the town here. They've got guns here. We can hold these away, but we can't fight these two together. But that was those. I tell you what, my friends, these are going to be absolutely a boon to us. They got desert warriors as well. Camel nomads. We've also got the Georgians are starting to move in here as well. I wonder if Georgia is now... They're not going to be open to peace at all, are they? Give Greece? I don't think so, sir. That's absolutely fine with me. We get trade here. Oh, now they want Egypt. Let's try to take advantages of it here, I think. We're allied with Sweden. And they are at war with Georgia as well. They're not going to do anything at Denmark. And they're at war with Russia. And they're at war with Persia. But Sweden is not doing too bad at all here. They've still got Stockholm, thankfully. They've still got Riga. And they've still got St. Petersburg. And they're building here as well. So that's good to have a solid ally here. But if they can, if Poland can crush in here the last of the Prussians, and also then move against the Austrians, we will be absolutely set here. But as you can see, Austria is trying to expand into our territory here. We can either give Moldavia to the Austrians for peace, or we give them to the Poles, but then the Austrians will move in and simply take it. Or we can try and take Croatia next time and sort of claim our own piece of their land so they've taken ours. And we're going to have this sort of very narrow corridor against the Adriatic here that's going to be ours, and then we're going to be sort of crushed in here. But what we're going to try and do is move in against this army here. We're going to try and set ourselves against this army here. Now if we move out too close, they'll destroy this army bit by bit, so we've got to do this absolutely by the book here. What have we got here? Right, what we're going to do is we're going to move these gentlemen to here. We could also put this into a full stack army actually. What do we need in here? We need some more Israelis in here for definite. I tell you, my friends, we are going to hit them hard here. Then these sort of forces here that are left are going to be moved as a sort of a small reserve here. They're going to move down with this force here across. Oh, they can't make it across here, there's no chance. Or can they move it across the mountains here? I'm not sure if they can. But if we can crush this army in now next episode, and we can take Croatia, we'd have taken Serbia back. Of course, we knew that they've obviously switched their sort of attacked their flanks here and attacked down, moving down sort of westward here, sort of northwestward as it were. And if we can take Croatia, and if we can remove this army here, we could actually move in and take Transylvania, clear Transylvania, and then we can start moving in here. We've got here, we're recruiting in here, nothing at all. So these forces here are what we've got available to ourselves until we can get in some more. See the trade here, Mughal Empire is still being hit here. And also Sweden's been completely cut off. As you can see here, drats, we'll have to move our trade somewhere else if possible. Do we have trade with the Poles? We do indeed. Is that over land with Poland? Yes, it is. Thankfully, it's coming over the land there. That's absolutely fine. But we're gonna have to do what we can here. But we definitely need to move in and really hit this army here in Belgrade and take Belgrade if possible, back off them. Even if we've got to chase after them here. I think what we will do is we'll actually leave these gentlemen in place here, just in case any of these forces trying to move around for Istanbul, and we're going to start putting together another army in Istanbul as well. We've got as many as we can get of those. We're going to try and put more Israelis. 3 Israelis are going to be recruited here. We're going to try and put a stop to this army once and for all. But my friends, that's going to be for next episode, and it's been a very eventful episode already. We did take the fight to Georgia, but as you can see here, this army here is quite clearly too much for us to take as well as the Georgians here. We could actually move in and take this Georgian army here out and deal with them once and for all, which we probably do, but we've got to be able to build our forces up here to deal with what's coming in here from the Persians, and that's going to require Baghdad here to be absolutely on tip-top form. Ordnance factory here is going to allow us to get 18 pounders, which we're definitely going to need. I think the war coming down here in the east is going to be equally as brutal as it is in the west, but we have the forces here to be able to deal with this Austrian threat here. We are not going to shirk, we are not going to cower in the corner. We are going to take the fight square to the Austrians here. They're quite clearly splitting their troops off here to try and move in and try and take as much as they can, but we will simply move in behind them, retake what we've lost, and then cut them off in one final battle here, and then we'll have to move back and deal with whatever comes this way. But by then we'll probably have forces ready in Istanbul. As you can see, we've already turned around. The deficit here is now at 0, but hopefully we'll turn that around and bring it back in to a positive number very, very soon. We've got also Greece here is looking a little bit healthier in terms of what we can recruit, which is more Israeli, so we'll probably recruit more forces from here as well and begin throwing them up against the Austrians, because you can see Poland is now becoming very, very powerful here, and they're at war with Russia, but they're not. Oh no, they are at war. They're at war with Austria. I beg your pardon. So if the Poles can actually do a huge service to us here and deal with the Prussians once and for all, and then moving against the Austrians, we will be set fair, my friends. We really, really will. And then we can solidify our front wherever that might be, and then we can start to build. But by damn, we've got a lot to do. We've got a huge amount of work to do. We really, really do. I mean, Jerusalem and Damascus have nothing at all in terms of barracks. The infrastructure is just about coming onto stream here, but we've got so many fights on the borders here. We've got a lot to do, a lot to hold. But my friends, that is for next time. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Again, if you have, please keep your comments coming down below, my friends. They've been absolutely wonderful, and they've meant a huge, huge amount. They really, really have. And they've been absolutely immensely helpful to us. As you can see here, we're only where we are now because of your help, and we've thankfully been able to hit them a little bit here and damage them a little bit, but not a massive amount. And they've taken damage here by themselves. We've sort of got a small enclave here we can hopefully take out and remove this garrison force here and take Zagreb for ourselves, and that will then, you know, what they've taken, we will take something else off them. If they take Moldavia, or do we give Moldavia to the Poles and so they move and help us? Because we're very friendly with Poland, and we can't, because of course they're allied with Russia, which is a real pain for us. It really is. If only we could get Russia back on our side here and not be at war with them, it would be wonderful. We actually give them those here for peace. No, they're just not interested at all. Thankfully they haven't moved against us yet, but still, we're not going to worry about that just yet. We've got far more to put on our plate here. We've got to deal with these Austrian threat here first. They're obviously trying to grab as much land as they can before they go to war full on with the Poles, and hopefully Poland can do what it needs to do here. They've got get rid of mercenaries already. 3 more turns and we get Physocracy. 2 more turns and we get Ring Bayonets. Then we can move down to Military Syllabus. And then, my friends, we can see where we're going to go from there. But next episode is we're going to have a series of fights. But possibly this is going to be one of the first fights here, where we try and move in and retake Belgrade, destroy this force here, replenish, and then we'll probably move in against Transylvania and try and take Transylvania off them and clear up any forces that are still loitering around by the Austrians, and then try and solidify our lines again, and then see where we go from there. But my friends, please, in the comments as always, please keep your comments coming down below, your plans, your strategies, tactics, whatever it is. Even if you're brand new to the game, even if you're brand new to the Empire Total War, if you've never played it before, if you just started, you know, or if you're a highly experienced veteran commander, please, my friends, get your comments down below. They've been wonderful to read, a joy to read. They really have. It's been fantastic. The reason where we are now, what we're doing now, we're building the troops we're putting the infrastructure together we are. I know we've lost a few of the sort of trade line ships, and that we know now where to avoid and where to stay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start moving in some better ships into those trade lines. And hopefully, my friends, that'll turn things around for us. But again, we are really on the back foot, as it were, quite substantially. We've got 5-4-1-0 here. And hopefully we can maybe turn things around here and start regaining what was ours and taking Transylvania. Transylvania would be a real key objective of ours. It really would be fantastic to take this from the Austrians. And that would give us sort of almost an overview, an overwatch, as it were, being able to strike down against here and help and maybe use the Poles as a sort of a backstop here against the Austrians to try and keep them hemmed into this small enclave they've got here. But my friends, we shall see what unfolds next episode. But until then, my friends, bye for now.